Peace and blessings. Keep up the lessons. It's your brother Taalib from the Brother Taalib Show. You know what it is. Are you ready? Let's get it. Are you ready? Let's get it. Yes. Peace and blessings and keep up the lessons. I'm here again speaking on Afridamus. This is, I can say, the seventh part. It might be the eighth part. But I lost track. I'm just trying to do as many videos before I go to bed. Yeah, and I came in from work, like I said in the video before this one. But let's get into it, and instead of just, talking, and let's just hear what he's saying and then expound on what he's saying. Listen in.
Like, I'm like, truly, they've brainwashed the people. Because, look, it's one thing to accept your religion, but it's another thing for you to change. Tell me, even the way I dress, I gotta change it. People, think about this.
Who told you that you have to change it? I don't know. I didn't get. The only thing that I know is that any garb that I have, I cut it above my ankles. Whether I'm wearing a grand booba, grand booba, big, looks like a big garb that goes and covers the men. A thawb, which is the more outer looking garb that's like that. That it's above my ankles, it's not dragging on the ground. That's from the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, mentioning, is from his guidance, mentioning about these garbs like this were what the kings did, and they did it out of arrogance, and that they said that this would be dragging these men of arrogance into hellfire. So you don't want to look like them. I don't want to look like a gangster. That's why I don't dress like a gangster. I don't want to look like a drug dealer. I used to be amongst those people. I don't put tattoos on my body. I never did. I didn't put no tattoos on because I don't want to be like these people. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to look like an evil person, looking like an evil person. But I want to look like the person who the Creator is pleased with on this earth. And that's the one who believes in him as one. So it's not about looks if the looks are good. I don't want to be a nude person on the earth running around and showing my body off because sex is perverted these days more than ever. Anything goes, as well as diseases go up into the people. Yes, and has been doing it. Okay? I don't want to do the things that is going to cause harm to me or others. So I'm not going to dress a certain type of way. Wasn't told when I entered this faith that I can't dress the way that I want to dress as long as it's not this way. So there's certain type of things that we can't do, and certain type of things that we can do. And you make it extreme. You make it only that vague. How you speak. That's what I'm saying. You have to be careful what you're saying. And if you're not thinking right, like even me, I'm tired, and the brain doesn't function that well when you're tired. But I'm doing the best I can, and I'm praying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helps me through. Subhanahu wa, I pray subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, Ameen, to get me to speak the right words and not make any errors is going to be something I'm going to be held accountable with him especially, let alone with the rest of you who are listening to me. But these people who get into these social media talking and running their mouths, many of them, they run it because of arrogance and ego. They want to be seen and they want to be heard. Not for reasons that is sincere, usually because they want to be able to help our people. Because if you do that, you are careful about what you say. You take time before you put that which you're going to say out. And if you feel you're not going to be good and beneficial to the people, then you keep your mouth shut and you don't speak. Even myself, I have to catch myself. But I feel this is a time that I have to speak. Because if I was living in the times of the Prophet ﷺ and the companions, I wouldn't even be speaking. I would be too much afraid to do it. Now, because there's a lack of people speaking the truth, you have to have somebody trying to speak the truth. When you have people saying what they want to say and they don't have no evidence, no real substantial evidence that's sitting right in front of them, and that the evidence is backed by their knowledge and understanding of that which they're speaking about. It's dangerous. It's not good. You can mess somebody's mind up. You can mess somebody's understanding up. You can mess up someone to coming to a person and dealing with the person in the wrong manner because they misunderstood, especially if they blind follow you and you saying it in these platforms. You understand? So he's talking about clothing again and being brainwashed because they're trying to tell you from the religion certain things that you can't wear and certain things you can wear. And he misinterpreted it clearly. He took it like real vague and said, no, you have to change who you are and what you wear. Forcefully, you have to do it. Everything you have. It's nothing to say, okay, well, I can no longer wear them tight shorts in my prayer. Why? Because it's going to distract people. Even with men, there's men today that want to be with men. We know this. So you go into the masjid and you wearing tight shorts. You don't have a garb that covers your awra, which is meaning your private areas as well. Your backside. There's men that want to go into your backside. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real 100. Let's keep it really as it is. Reality. Let's keep it real. Okay? And they go and see you in the masjid, you bending down, because that's what we do. We bend in our prayers. Sajda, ruku, different bending positions to show submission. Just like the people who bow down to the king, even though that's a man you bowing down to. But we bow down to the one who created the man and the animals and everything on this earth and above it. So we're bowing down because some of you could want to critique that too. You're acting like animals or whatever type of critique. Everything is critiqued about Islam more than any religion that I know of, because we try to do the best we can as far as a human being can be. And I think some people are jealous of that. You don't have to be jealous. You can do the same thing. What's wrong? You afraid? You was afraid. Something happened. That's why you went away from the faith. And Allah knows best your story. I never heard your story. If you ever spoke about it in one of the videos that you've done. But this is what's going on. Okay, get back.
This for a minute. Think about this. Think about this. Okay. For instance, Africans, right, that are Muslim. Let me take Gambia as an example. I'll just take Gambia as an example. Like I said, if you meet 100 people, 99 of them would more than likely be Muslim. But I was thinking about it and I had this.
Now that's the most correct thing he said, because most of them are Muslim in Gambia. Like, I can only speak for Gambia and there's other countries that are similar, that are predominantly Muslim countries. So anyway, let's let him go.
Conversation with a friend. Do you know majority of the Gambians, if they're gonna marry outside of their race, they prefer white Europeans.
That's funny that you say that and that he said that. Because again, like I said earlier, there's a video, and I think that's a phenomena with a good portion of certain Africans. as well as African Americans. I see a trend. I've been seeing a trend of interracial relationships. African American men. Look at Kanye West with Kim. I can't remember her name. Kim Kardashian, and there's several people who have relationships like that that are African American, that have taken, Caucasian European descended women as their mates. Whether they married them, which is good because that's more halal as far as Muslims are concerned, or their girlfriends, which is it's outside of our faith as far as being lawful, you know. But that's what people choose. That's their life, and that's their path. But it's not just you Africans in Gambia. It's not just the Africans in Gambia, and that's not. I can't say, and you would have to bring proof that the percentage is high. Because if you're using it as you're saying it now, you're putting it out as though it's a regular thing. Or should you say, or he should have said, I've seen some out of the many of those Muslims that they want to take on a relationship with, they want to get into a relationship and marry a European woman. Only thing I know with Gambia of the problems that have been going on that I've heard and I've seen even actual talks that they had open talks, open forums that there were people from Gambia speaking about the people who are doing the nefarious lewd acts, men mainly, and they're prostituting themselves with European women coming in looking for sex. That's what I heard, and that's what I seen. And I don't think it's a rumor because they were discussing it out in an open forum. You can see there's a video of a lady, a Gambian lady that was interviewing several people, and they were speaking on these issues, okay, and other issues of what's been going on in Gambia. But it's not that's just Gambia. They have plenty of African countries, and they all have issues, just like all the countries in the world and every other continent has issues. So where we at with that? But the point I'm saying, that ain't the most important thing that we should be discussing right now. That's gonna get us anywhere we need to go. Okay, about them marrying who they want to marry. It's good that they marry. That's the first thing. As a Muslim, especially, and it doesn't matter because color doesn't matter to us. It is your heart. It is who you are, your spirit of a human being that is a worshiper like me. That matters. That matters first more. But even the Muslim man can marry a non-Muslim woman. But that's a whole nother story. And she has to have some sense of belief in the Creator. She can't be a mushrik. She can't be a woman that doesn't believe in no God or believes in other gods other than the one God. She has to be like a monotheist if she's from the Christians or the Jews, like this, because they're the only other religions that proclaim to believe in the one God of Abraham. Okay? So anyway, let's let him go again for a little while, and I'm going to end this video.
White Europeans, how come they don't want to go move with the Arabs? I see people coming from the Arab world. I've never seen them marry the Arab women because they said the Arabs they see Africans as slaves. But I was having this conversation.
Not all Arabs see Africans as slaves. You understand? So that's the point that I don't. That's my point of where I have this very disliking position with this brother and brothers and sisters like him of the African, movements that are not Muslim. Because a Muslim, I haven't found no Muslims to talk negative about their faith like this. You know what I'm saying? Unless they left the faith, and then you find people who are doing that. Yeah, they're doing that. They're harder against the faith than the ones who are not in the faith or never been in the faith of Islam. The way of life, I'd rather say. But anyway, he has a lot to go with and learn. And I'm going to continue on inshallah. So thank you, brothers and sisters, and peace and blessings be upon you for listening to me, the Muslims. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And until the next one, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share the video so it can get out, because we need to get this out. We need to get this across the border, across the board, actually, the board, across the board, and cross the border to the other side. Even in the continent, I hope those of you who are in the continent of the motherland, Africa, that you will take and listen and share this video to your fellow Africans, especially those of you who are Muslim. You have to stand up against falsehood. You have to. It is incumbent upon you. You cannot allow this brother to do this and say what he's saying. He has to be corrected. Not to say that you're going to go and attack him and harm him. No. Correct him verbally and bring, words against what he's saying to bring the clarity of what it is and to tell him he's wrong. And if you can get in front of him to tell him he's wrong and he shouldn't be doing this. And he should desist from this and not make another video about this. Move on past all this stuff, because it's not doing anything better for us. Thank you again. Your brother Taalib from the Brother Taalib Show. I'm out, going to sleep, get in my bed, and get some rest. Give my body its hawk, its rights, because it's trying to take over. All right, peace and blessings. Thanks.